Let's stop being washed up and let's instead play a Shaman. Of course, veteran, right? We're no washed up gamers. We're actual veterans. Actual veterans at the game. Surely.
Still drawing breath, I see.
Okay, there are two options. Two options. I could play... Chat isn't working now. What? You are right, but why? What the...
Good, you're back. Good, you're back.
It might be parasocial, but I can still say I'm in a relationship with a handsome German man.
Did you hear this 2 times now? Why is it 2 times now? What? It was 0 times before, now it's twice. Okay, dude. Okay, the fucking game. Jesus Christ. Okay, I know why. I think. Hey, I heard 2 times and 0 times. Okay, I'm sorry. I was gonna play a Shaman here, right?
You're not looking too bad. The bot, you will...
We're playing the 1-point Shaman Mastery Special. Yeah, only savagery, nothing else. Nah, just kidding. So... There's 2 options. You could play... Primal Strike. Never seen before. And pretty nice. Or... We could play... Savagery. Vitality Upheaval. Maybe that's cool too, right? Maybe that is cool. The more Pepega option. Okay, for the more Pepega option though, you have to play a 1-point Necromancer second final. Like Vitality Upheaval honestly like only works if you play Necro. Like Necro Shaman. Whereas Primal Strikes are just kinda like always works, you know? Just getting like 1 point in Brute Force to get myself some damage. With a 2-hander. And of course we play the 2-hander that we always find here guaranteed, the Helpless Greatsword. WASD Primal Strike Gunner. Huh. That's also interesting, honestly. Okay guys, either we go Primal Strike or we go Vitality Ritualist. But then you have to play like Necro second. Because the problem with the item that like enables Vitality Ritualist or like enables Vitality Upheaval is that it gives you weapon damage to Upheaval by default, sure, that's nice, and like higher chance to use Upheaval, that's also nice, sure. But the problem is like the lightning to Vitality conversion is on flippin' Spectral Binding. And that's a Necro skill, like Necro Aura. So you have to play that Necro Aura to then convert all the damage on Shaman to Vitality. So I'm not sure if I want to like shoehorn myself too much into like just a single class here. And Grasping Vines, I looked at Grasping Vines. I was gonna play Grasping Vines honestly. Or try it, but like... It has no monster frequency, right? Like it's just... It has nothing. There's a couple bleed ones, I guess. Or bleed, okay. Do I want to play bleed vines? Maybe you want to play bleed vines at home? To be fair, if you go like Berserker secondary, you can definitely like level as bleed vines, I guess. Speedrun the Father Kaiman before clicking Necro through I mean, that wouldn't be the problem, to be fair. That wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, the League's Grasping Vines is just... I mean, it also has, like, not just the lightning metal you get early on, but there's so many other variants for Grasping Vines as a League. It gives you, like, the code and, like, the other bleed stuff. And pretty cool, right? WASD available on the patch. It is available on the patch 1.3, which is currently in playtesting, but not live yet. Oh, sorry. WASD gaming. Dude, I'm not a WASD fan. Like, not in this game, but like, I'm not a fan in general of WASD. Getting sick before Astacar? No, man. Definitely not. I just didn't sleep that much last night. Which is why it's great that I'm starting to stream so late today. It's too hot in the UK. Yeah, it became hot today as well here. Became pretty hot here. When are you doing a beginner, veteran, hardcore, fresh run? Yeah, I wonder when... I wonder. Oh shit. There we go. Sorry guys. I don't know what's wrong with my throat today. Okay. Off the Fox. Wait, 118 physique. Jesus. I can't. I literally cannot. Dude, what the fuck is this music? It's so lame. It's atmospheric, sure. Not all about it. I tried to convince somebody that leveling Arcanus with Keldor is fine earlier. Yeah, it's I mean, I tried it too. You can do it. But... there are certainly better skills out there. Also, it's kind of funny, like I gave... yesterday, I think it was, or 2 days ago, I posted a thread on the internal testing forum, right, with all the other playtesters, and I said basically, well, Dreexibula is absolutely insane for leveling, and flippin' Grenado cocktail stuff is also absolutely insane. On the other hand, like flippin' Primus, I mean not Primus Strike, but like Keldor's Tempest and Panetti are god-awful for leveling. Panetti is somewhat not absolutely garbage, but still compared to like Dreexibula, it's just terrible. And then literally the first post was by somebody saying, what do you mean? Panetti is totally fine. I'm like, really? Really, bro? At least he didn't say Keldor's Tempest is fine, because that one really isn't. Or like, well, you can do it as I said, but it's just not that great. I need even more physique right for this chest. Although I don't need to use it then, I guess. Let's just not use it. CT is fine. It's fine until it's not. Which is like almost every time. And that is totally... Are you saying that because you like the skill or because it's actually fine? Like, I don't mind people defending a skill because they like the skill, but don't you also want your favorite skill to be not garbage? To be fair, yeah, I mean, as I said, like, maybe compared to Rixola, it's just bad because Rixola is also like absolutely busted. With early game veteran is kind of a pain, but it's fine. That's no physique, that is no resistances. This one is resistances though. Okay, let's use this one for resistances then. Fire, lightning instead of cold lightning. I mean, either is fine. This would be lightning damage, 105 physique. Okay. Sure. That is definitely more damage at least. This totem gave us a lot of points. So what I'm gonna do here to like not... Wait, no, we need to spam Promise Strike, there we go. Like, what am I doing? Stuff like Feral Hunger is not gonna proc up Promise Strike, right? Promise Strike is not rather a default attack replacer, and these weapon pool skills, like Feral Hunger, they do not proc from Promise Strike, so yeah, it's useless to play Promise Strike with us. This is actually a nice spell though, has additional HP. And, to be fair, Wind Devils are permanent anyway, and you get like 3 for free right away. So let's just use them. 1 point Briarthorn, I rather go with 1 point Wind Devil to be fair. But yeah, I mean Briarthorn is also not that bad early if you like not playing a pet build. They would proc from the default attacks during Primal Strike being on cooldown, yes. So like once you play Thunderous Strike, Feral Hunger is useless, but if you don't play Thunderous Strike, you could play Feral Hunger and Upheaval to like rocket from the attacks that are not Primal Strike. It's not really very efficient either, but you could. If you could make like Primal Strike auto use Savagery, yeah. That would be nice too, that's true. Very true, very true. You can bind Fisher to Wind Devils. I mean, you can proc everything. You can bind everything to Wind Devils. That's not a pet. Like, you cannot bind, I think, mines, like the Arcane Bomb rather, to Wind Devils. Because I think pets cannot proc other pets. But otherwise, you can pretty much put everything on Wind Devils, I think. Okay, dude, Veteran built in Heart is no fun. What the fuck? How is he so tanky, dude? What the fuck? There was a miss, block, miss. Oh my god. Okay, I also have only 4 points in Primal Strike. Should have invested more, I guess, already. Back in your days, Wind Devils had a duration. Yeah, and honestly, in some ways, it was maybe better balanced that way. Okay, das ist insane DPS, holy shit, dude. I mean, they did have to buff like Milton Heart as well. What am I eating? So this is... What's even called in English? Vollkornbrot mit Hummus und Käse. I think it's Edamer Käse. Edamer cheese, hummus, and is it full grain bread? Is that how you say it in English? Full grain? Okay, after this fight I gotta pump Primal Strike. This is no fun. Like, you have to max the skill out a little bit earlier. Hang on, is Primal Strike a shit leveling skill now? What is happening? No, like seriously, like how is it so weak right now? Is it because my weapon is so bad? I mean, my weapon is definitely not that great. Grim Dawn 1 APM gaming, yeah. To be fair, Torrent is a lot better with the spam Primal Strike than base Primal Strike is. Because base Primal Strike like loses damage, quite a lot of it actually. But Torrent does not lose any damage from the Thunderous Strike modifier. So Torrent is like really good with Thunderous Strike. Yeah. Maybe I did choose the Transmitter like a little bit too soon. Should have just pumped the skill and brute force as I initially intended, but then I was kind of baited to like spam it right away. I think it was actually a mistake. No. It's also costing too much energy. Fighting Milton Hard for 4 minutes. Is she a veteran too? Is she a veteran gamer? Did you tell her I don't date losers? And then you forced her into playing veteran? Yeah, Stunjacks is so weird early as well. The T word? The what? Transmitter? What? Torrent? How many fresh starts? Until I think the Vastakarn is out. Fresh starts until I think the Vastakarn is out, basically, is what we're doing here. Alright, let me go back. First of all, to talk to this guy.
I need some time.
Sell some items. Get some OA and DA, yeah, please. I need to hit the enemy and not miss all the time. And maybe a little bit more spirit. To have a chest that has energy regen. Then again I would lose resistances, so whatever. Okay, let's just get energy regen now first. And, I mean, if you're unhappy with your choices of skills, right, you can always go up here to Sadina to make her change your mind.
Greetings.
And maybe right now at this point, it would be better to just not play the transmitter
Safe journey.
and instead get like some raw damage, right? Maybe like this? Question mark? Let's try this at least a bit. I'm not sure if this is going to be better or worse, but we'll try it. Only yellow's challenge today. For the first 10 levels, yes. Also, what you can also do always is like you can check out the vendor, right? You can check out the vendor if he has like a better weapon maybe. Oh, these kind. Oh, alacrity is nice, attack speed is always good. And it's better than this one. We need more physique to wear our weapon though, actually. There we go. Okay, boom.
Put it to good use.
And now we have enough scrap? No, we don't have enough scrap. What the fuck?
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
4 out of 5 scrap, or what?
Welcome to my X. I have to.
Hang on, this guy gives you a scrap for completing the quest, and I did kill the 3 zombies, so... Yeah, now we have 5 scrap, very nice. Now we can go to the cellar.
Well, since I cleared this.
Another. Jo, schneid's willkommen. The microphone sounds more muffled, does it? Maybe it's just my voice today. I don't think I've changed anything with the microphone. Hold on. Too much bass? It's just my normal voice, what do you mean? Fire Our Reckoning is good? Yes. Thump thump. Thump thump. It's getting too hot outside, guys. It's too hot, so my voice is like... Dunzo. Maybe this is like my post-cigarettes voice. I didn't actually smoke anything, but who knows. What the fuck? You're gonna start playing hardcore? Nice, nice, nice. Is there a starting class you can recommend? Yes, the one you like the most and the one you feel most comfortable playing with. I mean, any class can be hardcore viable. It really depends on like what you like to do, what you prefer to play. I mean, obviously something like a regen tank warder is gonna be rather easy to play overall. Like probably easier than some Nightblade and hardcore. But I mean, if you like literally fall asleep playing a warder, then you will die and you will not live for long, right? Okay, there's Tempest Arcanist. I mean, you can do it. It's certainly not the best, but you can do it. Okay, wait, this one is actually better than the flippin' off blood one. Alright. 14 Pierce Retaliation, holy shit. Crazy. Now, honestly, you guys are right, like, getting the spam transmitter and Primal Strike nowadays, at least when you're playing Veteran, I feel like might be too early. But then again, I also feel like the main difficulty of Veteran early is like, you're missing non-stop all the time, like, you need so much away early to catch up on like enemy DA. It's kind of crazy to be fair. Alright, we got a lot of green items here, which is nice. Very nice greens. I mean, I'll just honestly equip most of these as long as they have useful stats. Yeah, I mean, even this one, sure, why not? Sure. Like, I don't mind the OA system in general in Grim Dawn. I think it's really nice. But early game enemy DA is maybe a little bit too high. Or should I go Thunder down? Now I'm taking more extra damage. Oh no. To be fair, they could like increase enemy damage on Veteran a little bit. At least like in early levels. Like, what is this? Compare this to like PoE2, like early leveling, right? In PoE2 you get absolutely shit fucked. If you just blindly face tank something. Like here, this guy thunders and it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Shaman is like the only class that doesn't get passive away. That's also kind of true. I mean, you get away if you play Savagery, but if you don't play Savagery, you have no away. That's true. I mean, Shaman otherwise is like stacked enough. Like, it doesn't need extra away on top of that. But you're right that not having any away here in the game is not that great. Also, you're probably like playing a two-hander, which means you need to like invest into physique a little bit early game. Then you're also like dealing lightning damage probably, so you need to like maybe invest into spirit for some damage or like regen even. So you have no away and you cannot really invest into cunning either. I mean, you could, but it's not that optimal either. So yeah. Of landslides? Okay, I mean, this is poison rest that I otherwise have 0 of, so maybe let's play that and then play this one, sure. And then also play this one, sure. Play this one, it's actually worse than what I have, what the fuck. Okay, that's not cool. Okay, let's go back to the Devils again. Back to Devil's Crossing with the Wind Devils. Yeah, I mean, sure, you're not hitting the enemy, and it would be nice to have, like, more away.
Any luck clearing out? Well,
But also, at this point, like, if you were to invest into away at this point, it's not worth it. Like, you need to invest into raw damage first. And you just have to, like, live with it that you're missing. It's kind of what it is, how it is. It feels a bit bad early, but if you don't get damage, like, raw damage first, you're never gonna get out of this, like, damage hole that you're in. Like, lack of damage hole. Also, you guys were saying that chat doesn't work, and you are right, it still doesn't work. Hold on. Also, why Flame Touch and Overcharge are so good. Away and flat. That's true. That's true, especially Flame Touched. It's pretty darn good. No, I don't need this shit. Come on. I need the chat box. Speak at last. The demo is like just the best class in the game. I mean, not really, but it kinda is. Yes, but also no, and no, but also definitely yes. Okay, chat 4. Okay. Test? Okay, yes. Very nice, very nice. Chat is back. And already spamming DJ and crap. Cool. What else would I have thought? I did expect no less. Sorry guys, I need to add my chat to my Last Epoch scene real quick, because I'm gonna play like a lot of Last Epoch soon, right? Surely. Because, I mean, they already announced a new season, right? With like tons of new content, right? Oh wait, they didn't? Huh? Where's Grim Tools for this? Here it is. Take a screenshot now. There's currently a lot of videos, including this one, on YouTube, that don't have Grim Tools in the description below the video, right? I will add all of those Grim Tools links once the Grim Tools for Pangs of Astakaran is public. You will all get some Grim Tools links. Not even polling for what I should play. Chat, what should I play? Last Epoch? Last Epoch or Last Epoch? Do you like to kill enemies in RPGs? No, yes, maybe, I don't care, just give me the loot. Do you think we should fix bugs in our game? No, yes, nah, it's cool, it's a feature. Those are like Last Epoch surveys right there. What bugs? Yeah, there's no bugs, huh? Impressed by the sheer dedication Protoss has to the Grim Dawn. Like, thank you, man. I sometimes am impressed as well. By myself, I can still play this game. But honestly, the game is fucking great. And you know who else is great, or what else is great? Having you in chat. That is very great too. So, the two combined makes for a fun time. Throws up in your own mouth. Hey, I didn't point the finger that deep into your mouth. What do you mean? Huh? Did I poke you too deep? I'm sorry. What? Jesus Christ. Okay. Everybody, every streamer has the chat he deserves, right? Isn't that like a golden rule on Twitch? It's definitely true for Magafer's chat. I can tell you that, whenever he's actually streaming. Okay, can I heal, please? Jesus Christ. The final march, log in. Log the fuck in. That's a nice pair of boots. Lightning damage, elemental damage rather, let's go. I definitely need damage badly, like holy schmoly. I have no damage. Ay, 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 ay. Oh my god, I'm stunned. Dude, this Bramble guy is actually insane early. Like his ability to trap you is a bit crazy, not gonna lie. Like he has a slow, because he's a troll caster, like they all have, I think, these slows. And he has like the poison grenades which deal like a lot of damage, and he can like snare you as well. It's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Actually crazy. Okay, we're already getting like so many green items. Hold the phone. Of arcane lore, there's even more elemental damage. Hold the phone. Is music too loud by the way, guys? Holy shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my bad. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Torrent, right? Let's just go 1-1-1 into brute force, the skill and the tree. What music you don't hear anymore? It's kind of too quiet now, isn't it? Flooded Passage Totem can have some insane heroes. Yeah, it seems like it can, yeah.
Ah, I've been expecting you, human.
Stone myself. I thought like you're deaf yourself already because of my music. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate the support. Welcome and welcome and welcome on. Welcome to the bloomers. Hello, 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 hello. In the expansion you can roll conversion stats onto items that don't have them. Can you? Can you actually? Can you actually? Ooh, lightning damage. Can you actually? Alright, let's go with a tsunami next. I stoned myself. Oh, there we go. Fuck, took me too long. I can't read. It's too hot for computer teacher gaming today. Kinda, yeah. But I mean, you can always play Grim Dawn, right? It's not computer gaming, it's it's education for life. Also, this is education in ZDPS. Why is he double thundering? What the fuck? I didn't have both hands on my keyboard, so I couldn't dodge. I was trying to get the sweat off my hands. Dude, what? Since when? Does he fucking double thunder? He only double thunders ZDPS spells, I guess. Unlucky. Ooh, spoilers are nice. I already have some, but it's still nice. The new change to like monster frequents dropping like the highest level version of themselves is a little bad for like Shambler's Heart. Because I feel like in the past you always used to have like a level 8 Shambler's Heart here. If you were like coming here between like level 10 to like 12, 13 maybe, or 14. However, now you almost always get the level 18 one. I don't know like how low level you have to be for it to like still drop the lower one. Maybe you can't at all anymore. It's kinda scuffed. I mean, I personally don't mind it that much, because I mean that item was pretty darn strong, or is pretty darn strong for that level anyway. Yeah. Where's my Prime Strike? There we go. Can you tell Zentai to add another tier above Veteran? I mean, just play Ultimate at level 1. Just use a merit and then, you know. I think for like fresh start, Veteran is like hard enough. I think harder than this would probably not be enjoyable. I mean, maybe a little bit more damage on monsters would be okay, but like more HP, certainly not.
Move along.
Move along? No, you move along. You come to our home. You move into the Rift Gate. Yeah, shields in this game like don't automatically make you tanky. I mean, sure, block can be decent, but it's not that great. Like, if you're coming from, say, PoE, block in this game is a lot worse than PoE, I would say. You can play shields, sure, for like the physical resistance some of them provide, like just the generally like tanky stats they have, but the block part is... It actually got buffed, because I was complaining to Zentai, I think, as well, at some point on stream. I think it wasn't this stream, but like the stream before that, where I told him like, okay, can we like please do something about shields, like they're absolutely fucking useless. He said like, okay, yeah, sure, we can do something about it maybe. But like... I'm gonna trust the transmitter now, let's see. Because we're getting like Torrent in a second anyway. So hopefully I'm not gonna run out of energy. As long as I'm not missing all the time, I think it's okay. So against bosses I'm gonna run out of energy like instantly probably. I mean the last like buff to like block helped a little bit. But I feel like block could be like after like slightly rebalanced once more. You get a lot of regen, it's amazing. Wait, why does regen make blocking better? Not sure I see the correlation there. Explain. Recovery and mitigation. And that goes for anything though. Like any kind of sustain or any kind of defense mechanism that has nothing to do with shields. Or like regeneration and like in particular. You could also say it's absorb and lifesteal. Yeah, or that. I mean, okay, but like that kind of proves my point of it, like not having anything to do with shields, right? Like, it's just any kind of mitigation and any kind of regen obviously always goes well because you always want both in any RPG ever. But I mean, that's like saying water is wet. So you got what I mean? It is another layer of defense, okay, sure. But it sounded like you want to specifically combine shields with regen, like if you use a shield you should also spec it to regen, right? That's what I meant. I was like, huh? There is one shield that like used to give you a lot of regen, yeah. I think they actually removed that, like they didn't remove the shield, but they changed the shield. I think now it gives you some weapon pool skill as well. Okay, these guys are a pain. Why are they such a pain? I feel like this was easier in Storm Totem, maybe. Was it easier in Calidar's Tempest though? No way, right? No fucking way, I'll say. But it's mostly because I don't have my Torrent yet, right? I need to get Torrent now. That's not what you wanted to say. Okay, then it was probably my bad. Like, thinking you're being a bit too specific there. I don't want to put any words in your mouth. So, yeah. I probably just misunderstood. Don't understand why I don't have a spammable second skill like Fire Blast. In this energy economy?
What troubles you?
Shouldn't like the flat damage from Brute Force make default attacks stronger than flippin' Fire Blast? I think it should. Oh, shit.
Safe journey.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I sense
Surely it
turmoil
does.
within
It
you.
doesn't. No, it probably doesn't actually. Okay, let me try something like this. 2 more weeks until Fangs of Asakarn. You hooray! Hooray! Okay, I feel like all those streams where it's like hot outside, I'm just talking garbage all the time. Today is one of those. But honestly, apart from like being too tired and apart from being too hot, I'm kind of feeling good today. Nerd question. If you want Lifesteal on Aegis or shield damage proc skill, does it have to be added to the shield? I mean, global lifesteal obviously always will work. If it's a skill though that, I mean, as you said, has weapon damage from the shield, you should not put the leech component in your weapon, like your main weapon. Like the leech on your main weapon, if you have a shield, it's not gonna affect the shield ability, that's true, yeah. But I mean, you can get like, yeah, leech, just like global leech, or maybe some auras instead, like auras should also work. Okay, just max torrent. I have enough HP, right? We don't really need any more stats here, we just need damage. Damage. Staying power, you mean like tanking power? Okay, this totem's gonna kill me, right? Holy fucking shit, dude. Too much poison damage. Actually, I have 35% res for poison, which could be worse. Okay, maybe damage on veteran doesn't need to be higher. Or maybe it does. Okay. Calculated. Alright, at the very latest now, remove magic items, you don't need them. And also, honestly, since we're going to be playing Primal Strike anyway, we could also remove all one-handed items and only play 2-handed ranged or melee. It's kind of convenient in Primal Strike that you can just change this so early on. Also, I mean, this is a slight upgrade, only a very slight though. Tiny schminy upgrade. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. People keep saying Edge Runners is a good anime. I've not seen a single one episode yet. Maybe I should. It is very good. Oh. What's the difference between the two options for the blacksmiths? So they are almost the same, but they have like slightly different like starting recipes, which only really like matters for very specific builds, like early on while leveling. Like for example, Duncan has a Fire Strike pistol he can craft early on, which if you don't find any other like good gun for Fire Strike, pistol can be like really good early, like around level 20-ish.
Ah, I've been expecting you, human.
And then they also have different completion bonuses. Like every smith in the game has 3 different completion bonuses he can give you. Like he will give you one of those 3 at random when you craft an item that is not a component or like not a relic. But like for example a chest or a weapon and so on, they always will like roll those additional stats on top. And they're generally a little bit better for Angrim than for Duncan, especially for endgame. They're better for Angrim. Duncan is okay for early, but later on Angrim is better. Yo, Heap. Thank you so much for the Prime. Or Hep. Thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate the support. Welcome into the Bloomers. Thank you. How's it going? WASD Prime Strike gun? I mean, there's no gun here. What can I say, man? There is no gun. By the way, did you know Grim Dawn has a drop item button? The drop item from inventory? Like, I always do this, but I realized you don't actually have to do that. Like, after $8,000 I finally realized. You can just press the button instead. The problem though is, unlike other games where you only have to press the button on the item and it like automatically drops, in Grim Dawn you actually have to like pick the item first and then drop it, so it's still 2 clicks. So it's not really like much faster than just moving it out of the inventory. Which is probably why I've never used it. No. Really not that great, it could be better. Exactly your reason too, yeah. Yeah, it kinda, honestly, like compared to other games that have like this feature, the Grim Dawn variant, no offense, it kinda sucks. I mean, there's many other quality of life things in this game that are good or at the very least decent, but this one is like, huh? Did they even try it themselves? Like, what's the benefit even here? I need some bleach soon. Soon, TM. Soon, TM, we will get some bleach. Usually in Act 1 you don't have any bleach, you just play Act 1 with only the pot. That's kind of how Act 1 works. And you can, on certain skills, get leech, or like with certain devotions you can like rush leech if you really want to, but doing that will just make you have no damage most of the time, so yeah. You kind of want to get like leech from a component like early Act 2 maybe, or mid Act 2. Which is gonna kind of like drop automatically anyway at like level 20 plus. But until then, I'm gonna use the potion. Yo, Siaiba. Hello, hello. And so Roxo, willkommen. Yo, Sage Fantasy, thank you so much. Glad you liked the death stream. Glad you enjoyed. Hopefully you're also gonna enjoy some of my other content, and hopefully you're also gonna enjoy Fangs of Astakarn even more so. 2 weeks, yes. 2 weeks. You saw a rifle? Shh, there's no rifle. What do you mean rifle? But it has no damage. Minus 66% of damage. Also casting speed. What the heck? Ground strike is not a cast. You wanna get recipes before Fangs of Astakarn? You could get recipes with Fangs of Astakarn. Warden Krieg's lore node. And more lore nodes. Grim lore.
Ah, I've been expecting you, human.
Yo, Scatterbrain is getting a gifted sub by Noa Noa. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. Good to see you. The king in chat indeed. Wait, what show are you guys talking about? It's an Apple TV production? Is that actually a thing? Apple TV makes their own shows now? I didn't even know. King of the North, King of the North. Oh shit. Just level up. If you're trapped, they're about to die, just attack the enemy so you level up and then you heal yourself easy. Just level up. Alright, damage, damage, damage. Let's just get all the damage. I need more damage still. I don't have enough damage. Things are still surviving more than 2 hits. So we need more damage. Anyway, you can't really like get any... Sure, like you could invest into like tankiness for skill points, but it doesn't really do that much. It's better you try to become tanky from like gear. Like get some resistances on gear. Like poison res or elemental res. Something I would definitely want now from gear. Not from your weapon. Weapon should always be with damage, but everything else should be... Number one priority can be resistances, and then like damage should be secondary. Time to kill some more zombies in the fucking ether ground. Oh my god, the explosion. Exploding zombies on top. Ay ay ay. That was close. Okay, let's not die here. Dying is not for veterans. Oh shit, this is the Mesmer guy. Dude, I remember starting the game like back in 2016 and hating this Mesmer dude. Because he would always duplicate. It was so annoying for a new player like me back then. Holy schmoly. Why does chat like spam gaping assholes ever since I played at Ravenous Earth, aka RE? What the fuck? What the fuck? RE is helping my mental state. Okay, fair. If it helps you. No, this sounds wrong. Yeah, just do what you do. Disgusting. Yeah. I agree. I agree. It's absolutely disgusting. You're adjacent. Okay. Gooners of Aztekar now. Gooners of Aztekar. Royal Jelly though. That goes well with Ravenous Ass. I mean, what? Fuck, chat infested me. Absolutely infested. I'm sorry, what are we gooning to? I don't even know myself anymore. It's just so hot today that my brain is absolutely trash. Like fried. Absolute G-Gen brain right now. And chat isn't helping. Trying to pretend you're not a gooner. It's a team effort, guys. German sense of humor. Yeah, we can't do jokes here. This is a German stream, right? I don't know how humor works. So please don't do any jokes in chat because I certainly do not understand them. And if you're saying anything, I will not understand the sarcasm either. I would just straight up ban you, right? So please don't do any jokes. I hate jokes. I never do jokes. Mike Hunt. Hey, that's a name. That's a cool name, actually. I gotta read that out loud. Fuck me, chat. Yeah, what is this? Mike Oxmall? What kind of name is that even, dude? Huh? I would never understand that meme. SMH my head. Fake German smile detected. Shit. My cover is blown. Okay, did I always have this shitty experience in Veteran Act 1? Or is it just Private Strike it's actually bad? Since when? Ooh, maybe just my weapon is bad. Now I have a good weapon right now, surely everything's gonna be fine. Wait, I had Leech even, what? Didn't feel like I had Leech. 2 DPS, I guess. Okay, now I got damage there, over the phone. Even attack speed, let's go. Booyah, actual damage. Yeah, casters rarely get over T2k armor endgame even. I mean, some do, but very rarely. And even some melee characters. If you're like not a soldier, like not any other like armor stacking or armor granting class, then you might also be like sub 2k armor even as melee. But I mean, there's other ways to like mitigate damage, you know. Round strike feels like cheating in the campaign. Yeah. To be fair, like for the first 10 levels, something like Devouring Swarm and Grasping Vines is arguably better, maybe even. But after that, Primal Strike definitely like reigns supreme. And quit 69ing this build. What do you mean? What do you mean, brother? Shaman all come close to nature and all play vines. Yeah, you can grasp a bottle of wine and come together and play some nature, alright? What do you think about shields getting like percent armor as like an implicit stat, maybe instead of like on top of what they have right now? Would that be good? Or do they just need an easier time to cap like block chance? You would argue pissing on plants is the closest to a shaman I'll ever get. Yeah, I mean that's a reasonable take. They should have a water plant skill with a piss animation maybe. Oh, like imagine a skill that like you can basically consume your constitution to make the skill deal damage or something. You don't have to use the skill at all. So you can like empty your... Then you play with the orbs, and then you empty your bladder, I mean your piss bar, I mean the urine that's like stored in the balls, obviously. To piss on the plant, I mean to water the plants, right? Water your enemies. I would go like very nicely hand in hand with the poop build, the poop set, poopy pants build. Oh shit! Should I tell you a spoiler? Do you want a spoiler? It's about the poopy pants. Muted. Okay, so like, not only can you awaken your poopy pants, you can play Vogue Poop Pants, but all the poop items, the awakened poop items, form a new poop set. I'm not even kidding. That's your starter. Off the rails. I know, this stream is like... This turned to like a Mike Fick Fuck My Cock stream, right? I mean, what? I mean, you guys maybe know the streamer, the very serious and highly respected streamer Mike Fick. Right? He was streaming Grim Dawn in ancient times, like back when the Egyptians like built the pyramids, he was streaming Grim Dawn. And it was a fun time. My true power! Okay, I need more energy though, like how am I gonna have power if I can't even poop on this guy, right? Okay, dude, holy shit. Energy, energy, a kingdom for my energy. What? What? Smack, smack. I don't wanna feel- oh shit, I felt him with wrath. Okay, 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 chill. I actually felt your wrath, alright? Jesus Christ. Dude, this is legit terrible. How is Primal Strike so bad? Since when? Did I miss the memo or something? Did they nerf Primal Strike? Or did they like buff Warden Krieg once again? What? Ah, dude, you can't dodge this if you dodge the other one. Oh my god, I don't dodge either of them. GG. GG noob. Fought in 3 seconds. Constitution, take my piss. Yes. Got this one, and then we smack, smack, smack. Holy schmoly. Okay, now I wonder, is like flippin' Thorn Totem just better than this? Or would you even play like flippin' Grasping Vines? How is it so mediocre? Interesting. Last time I played this was absolute bad chest, right?
Come see what's left of my wares.
Is RE actually Kermit the Frog AI hack? What? Troll Club? Man, we got troll clubs at home. What? Wait. Give me back my physique ring, thank you. No. Okay, this one is better. Alright, what do you do after defeating Act 1 Creek, chat? Tell me now, my students. What do you do after Act 1 Creek? What's the first thing you do? No, you don't pray to the gaping asshole. The fuck, dude? Wash hands? In this weather? Honestly, yes. You should wash hands after Warden Creek, after that sweaty fight. Movement skill, relic augment. You opened the street to a gaping asshole.
Your mind of regrets.
At least I should play the poopy bird right when we were talking like this crap today. Welcome, I guess, yeah, welcome to you too. Everybody can feel welcome. Everybody gather around the gaping asshole, I mean not. Holy shit, I also didn't use these, right? Like, you should use these at least. These and those. Okay, first, you craft a relic. Yes, whoever said that is right. You craft, like, Equilibrium, for example, is like the best one for 99% of builds anyway. At least at this level. Then you craft Antivenom Salve. You put one of these. Where do you put this, chat? Where do you put this first? And why? Also, what else you craft? You craft Ward Stones. 2 Ward Stones. 1 in metal, 1 in amulet. And then, boom, you have like your Eliras capped. And you can also craft like a scaled hide. Or if you feel like you're missing too much pierce res, you can craft like a either resilient plating or even go all the way for 6 watch. And last epoch resistance, Eliras, yeah. And you want something on your weapon, right? Now ideally, you want something with damage on your weapon. Here's the problem with lightning damage. Lightning melee damage does not have a damage aura. It has some shitty ass skill that nobody ever uses. There's Hellbane's ammo though, which electrifies your weapon if you're using a gun. Now, I had a gun before, right? But I sold it. Okay, this gun is absolute dog shit. It's not gonna carry. Okay, why are they all so bad? What? How can they all be so bad? I need like any gun with attack speed and or lightning damage, right? I mean, ideally like just both. This is like the best one. But it's level 5.
That's the person I'm looking for.
Holy schmoly, I stole myself. Thanks so much for the 5 gifted subs. To Y Johnny7, Spint, Dracoric, Verhandler, Moecavelli. Congratulations on receiving a gifted sub by I Stole Myself. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. So you can either use a cold stone when you're playing melee, sure, or you can like get some resistances, right? Like you can play like a imbued silver. But I mean, where's the fun in that? So you might be right. It's like all my gun options right now are kind of shitty. And yeah, you can just like play a cold stone. Also, somebody in chat earlier said the right answer, right? You want to put Antivenom Salve in your belt. Because belt armor is 6 times as effective armor as anywhere else. Why? Because you have this armor rating system and like your chance to be hit in every single slot, right? If you put flat armor into say your rings, your amulet, your medal or your belt, it will apply to all of your stats. If you put it like locally on boots, it's only gonna affect boots locally. We can show you that. Actually, I want to keep some scrap. I mean, I can buy some scrap, it's fine. So if I put this, like I have 105 feet armor and 70 leg armor, for example. If I put this here, it's gonna increase all of the armor. If I now put this on my boots, I have 133 feet armor and like 204 arms, for example, armor. This will only increase the armor of my feet, so it's yeah, really not that great. I mean, still the acid dress is of course nice, very nice, but yeah, belt armor is great.
What's with
What if you put armor absorb on belt? Armor absorb is always global, doesn't matter where you put it, for whatever reason. Armor absorption is always global. Like if you have a component that increases armor absorption, it's gonna increase the 70% number for all slots equally. Why the one is like this and the other one is like that? Who knows, man? Who the fuck knows? Okay, second thing though, somebody else also said it in the chat earlier. After like crafting all the components and relics and so on, blah blah blah, is you go to Forgotten Goats real quick, right? You go to the Forgotten Goats.
You go to the center.
Because they are the best. Forgotten Gods. And you just do the very first quest. Also, you can read a lot of lore if you want to read lore. You can also not read lore, but just click the lore and still get the reputation. I mean, experience rather, no reputation. And yeah, I mean, then you do this first quest, which should be easy enough for you. Like, sometimes there are some heroes that can be a little bit annoying, like Regenerator, Reflective is quite the annoying combo, I guess, here. But since you maxed, or like, improved your resistances at least a lot before going here, right? You surely did. This should be easy doing now, like easy to be done. So now we just choose whichever faction we want to choose depending on their movement augment, right?
I could hear.
And you can either choose the one with the best movement augment, or you can choose the best.
You've been quite a sight since entering our camp. My dear. Then what this...
I don't know, I was distracted. What was I saying? Anyway, we got Vanish now. Also, one here and two here is I think what I'm gonna do for now. Why is the cloud following me? Well, if it's not raining outside, at least it can rain in-game, right?
So you've chosen to gaze up? Yes.
These are wind devils, these are just pets that exist. I kinda... Yeah, I mean, for convenience reasons, obviously the new permanent wind devils are like better. I still think it's a little weird that they're like automatically permanent just like that. And I personally wish they would have just like made a transmuter instead. But I know these developers are very lazy sometimes. I mean, usually not, but sometimes they really kind of are. They didn't want to make a transmuter which, like, say, makes the skill deal a lot less damage, but instead makes it permanent or something like that. No halberd. We could go for the halberd now as well, that's true. I mean, Stone Halberd would be insane for Primal Strike, wouldn't it? Should we go for the halberd, chat? I probably should. Solai's cult has human sacrifices, therefore better. Yeah, Solai is pretty cool. It's like Blood for the Blood God kind of vibes. Ooh, finally some good pants, no longer shitty pants. Do it. Did they do any damage right now? I mean, it's a one-pointer, so... They could also, like, pump the damage, you know? By not making it permanent. Like, there are options with a skill that they could explore. But instead they just did like one lazy thing, which is... oh well. I kinda... Okay, sure, they did like rework Upheaval, but I'm not sure why they didn't change like any of the other like older skills, at least a little bit. I feel like some of them could be changed for sure. At least a little bit. Massacre. Oh. It's a good, or like, well, decent weapon, but it's actually worse than the one I have right now. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild. Smack, 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 smack. Alright, I mean, there's a boss in here. You can kind of skip him though if you don't want to fight him. It's like, whatever, it's useless. I'm just gonna get the waypoint, and then honestly after that, I just jump into Forgotten Gods, because why not? We need to get a halberd. We need to get a price track halberd. It is really, really freaking good, so yeah, we should just get it. Even though you can kind of keep playing Primal Strike in Act 2, even on Veteran, like, at this point, you have a somewhat decent weapon, with a somewhat decent AoE, we have fixed resistances, so, like, you know, it wouldn't be that bad to also just continue now. Like, the Primal Strike halberd is not an absolute necessity at this point. And also Forgotten Gods is quite significantly harder. Oh yeah, wait, I'm level 20, so I can like put the cold stone here as well, thank you. But I mean, we might be lucky, right? We might be lucky with like some of the worst watchers, like maybe we just get one of them in... like right in, what's it called?
Serve
the Eye of Ikur area. Osiris Temple, or something like that. They should have decreased the flashbang intensity of Primal Strike. I feel like that's why like half the people play it, because they love getting flashbanged. I do agree it's maybe a little bit too bright, but some people just really enjoy it, so... I think they don't need to change it. Because yes, there might be some people that like it more if it's a little bit turned down. But there's gonna be some people complaining for sure as well, so... Yeah, hopefully I'm not gonna do the entire act here and not get a halberd, like that would be... that would definitely suck, man. Like, I don't wanna keep fighting these harder mobs, especially like these dinosaurs, which are like extra lightning resistant, I feel like. Because of their scales. I'm pretty sure dinos actually have legit like more lightning burst than all the other mobs. At least compared to other trash mobs. Pretty sure they do. I have no leech, I have no leech. Actually, I have leech. I got leech component now. But I deal no damage, so I don't leech. I don't leech a lot at least. I have 5%, I think. Yeah, 5% lifesteal. From the unholy inscription. Seems like it's not enough. Well, maybe I should grab Wendigo Totem to face tank. Beasts are generally lightning resistant. I don't think all of them are. I mean, there are some that are like cold resistant, like the Yetis. And I think Yetis are like lightning resistant. But I do think, at the very least, the scaled beasts, like the dinosaurs, maybe even these vipers as well, are like somewhat lightning resistant at least. Yo, Tai, welcome, welcome. When was the newest patch released on playtest? I don't know. No idea actually. tie killer. It's Grim Dawn's tie killer. tie yo-yo. Wait, don't you actually stream sometimes as well, tie? I think I've seen you stream. If I remember. Correctly. Maybe I don't. Hold on. Quick stock. Oh yeah, no, you of course you do. Yeah, you, true, you're the French Grimdawn player, I remember now. Right. Wait, you also played the season, streamed the season at some point, I think. You actually played it quite a bit. I think I watched you stream during the season at some point. Too scared of baguettes? Oh. Baguette is yummy, dude. I am out of energy. Okay, I should really like use ectoplasms. I have some now. If you are running out of energy, still at this point. Yeah, it is time. Time for Cactoplasm. Did you guys know there is a mod? Okay, random shitty fact of the day. I mean, I've already had like so many. One more isn't gonna scare away the people that don't like shitty takes. So there is a... What's it called? Dude, I legit forgot because of the heat. I legit forgot what I wanted to say because of the heat right now. Holy shit. Like literal hole in my head right now. Absolute dent. Absolute dent in my head right now.
Well, you were Derry. We have to hit them hard and fast.
I have to hit them hard and fast. There's a mod. Yeah, thank you, chat. Shit. There is a mod that you know that there is a mod that literally does nothing except to change the bitmap, like the display of ectoplasm, into cactoplasm. And it's like the CacW guy in a jar. That's actually a Grim Dawn mod. Does nothing else except for just that one change. Should integrate into Season 8. Hold on, can I find it? Grim Dawn Cactoplasm mod. Google can't find it. What the fuck? I know it's real. Surely I didn't just daydream this. Oh yeah, no, there it is. It exists. Of course, Masca. Okay, he's also a meme lord. Mod Cactoplasm. That's it. That's the whole mod. Fellow brain rotter. 20 minutes of his life were spent. Might have been more than that, honestly. But yeah, I got some ectoplasm right now in the helmet as well. Very nice, very nice. So yeah. I think we need like 1 or 2 more right now. Or we just need devotions that have energy. Does this give energy? No. Shit, devotion. Gonna recommend this instead of rainbow color. Oh yeah, mandatory mods, Cactoplasm mod. Yep, better than rainbow mod. If you wanna see your items' true potential, unlock your components' true potential, right? Get the Cactoplasm mod. It would be funny if it actually also like gave like one single like minor, like maybe even like hidden stat of a line to the component, so it actually is even better than vanilla. Would be kind of funny too. Unlock your inner potential. Okay, that doesn't work. Potential, I was gonna say with kek in there, but it kind of doesn't roll well off the tongue. Also, la música, ¿dónde estás? ¿Dónde está? Okay, so these watchers, right? They can spawn either with a red halberd or a blue halberd. If they have a red halberd, you can just ignore them. If they have a blue halberd, you absolutely have to kill them and get their weapon, because if they have a blue halberd, they will 100% of the time drop their blue halberd. If you're trying to farm the orange halberd though, unlucky you, because for the orange halberd it's not 100% if they drop or not. Like, they have a white item, like a common item that they don't drop, which is also orange. And they have a blue item that is green, and they have an orange item that's green. Why Crate did not make a halberd like this, but like without the fire effect, that is the grey weapon, is beyond me. Like, I don't know why they didn't just do that and like give the watchers that one as like the default weapon, so that whenever they actually have their weapon in their hand, you could always tell. And not, you can only tell for one of them, but you can't for the other one. But I'm not the creator of this game, so... But, I mean, maybe I'll do it for the mod, honestly, if I remember this, and if it pisses me off once more before the next season, I'll maybe do that. Because it's really not hard to do, it like takes like 5 minutes, or 10 minutes maybe max. Okay, 10 minutes it does take, but still, like... Such little time, man. This music is a vibe actually now. Why is it so good? Nice. The creator of the game, haha. Got some real jokesters in chat who are definitely not German. Okay. Once you get to 20 points, right? You wanna rage like the Tempest, so you gotta grab Raging Tempest to get some resistance reduction to your Wind Devils. To... you know, deal more damage. Because you wanna deal more damage. Like, if you're playing hardcore to survive, you're playing hardcore wrong. You need to play hardcore to deal damage. Otherwise it's no fun. And also, remember, if your character dies, if you didn't stash any items, okay, you're actually Pepega. But, if you stashed good items, then at least you played for stash, right? Hashtag play for stash is the way to play hardcore. Dude, I'm absolutely sweating. Like, my fingers are sweating, my hands are sweating, my back is sweating, my chest is sweating, my ass is sweating. My face is actually not that much sweating. My feet are sweating. What the fuck, dude? Show it. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Fuck, where's my towel? I need a new towel. My poor chair. I didn't, like, I removed my towel because I wasn't sweating like the last couple of days, because it was actually kind of chill. But since today, again, once again, we sweat. We are doomed to sweat once more. Interesting, thank you. Show it, or it doesn't, or didn't count? Show what? Show you my sweaty ass, or what? Huh? I have an OnlyFans for that. I mean Patreon. I mean, I would never do that. It's 68 degrees, huh? Wait, what the fuck is 68 degrees even? 68 degrees, what? 68 freedom units, I guess, right? If you go cold at Frozen Sky, sure, you just need flat elemental damage resistance reduction like Elemental Storm. I mean, you can have only that, or you could have Arcane Bomb and Murmur on top of that as well, and then even have even more resistance reduction, right? South of Brazil, 15 degrees in midwinter. Last week was like 0 to 12 max. Holy shit. Wait, actually, would you get snow in like Florianopolis and so on, like in the very south? Do you ever get snow? Like, sure, I know like you get like rainy and rather cold or like chilly winters, but I don't think I've ever seen snow in Brazil. Like in Argentina, okay. Well, like I legit didn't know you can get snow in Brazil. 34 degrees with 84% humidity. But like outside, right? Not inside. Today, okay, like today it wasn't that hot yet. I think it's gonna get hotter the next couple days. It wasn't as bad as it was like a couple weeks ago when we had like literally like 40 degrees Celsius outside. How my PC is doing temp-wise? My GPU is at 66%. 66 degrees, I mean. That's just fine, honestly. But I mean, only playing Grim Dawn, right? Grim Dawn can run on any potato, so it's fine. Man, no Watchers with a blue weapon yet. What is this? Maybe this one? No? Unlucky. Northeast Georgia. Oh, okay. I mean, then it makes sense that it's hot and sweaty and humid. What does this do again? Like, this guy used to be scary at some point in the past. Okay, if you have capped rest though... I mean, he still deals a little bit of damage here now with this attack, but... it's not that bad, right? I think he used to have like a lot more resistance reduction than he has nowadays. And for some reason, I don't know why, he didn't get a Sunder. Like, I think he had a Sunder at some point, but they removed it. Like, why would they remove Ramzul's Sunder? What? Question mark? Question mark? Oh yeah, he also had like 500 DA Shred, yeah, that's true. Absolutely insane DA Shred. Yeah, like the first FG patches, he would legit like one-shot you, like reduce your resistances, absolutely annihilate your DA, and then like just crit one-shot you, right? Absolutely crazy. At least he should get some Sunder, like what the fuck? You play Grim Dawn on your Casio GA3260 graphing calculator. That's pretty good, man. Alright, let's just put this on Wind Devils, honestly, because like, even if I'm not attacking, they will just do their thing, you know? And also one more thing to know. Tsunami is a skill that also like procs up either your attacks or like your pets in this case. And here's the thing. The skill has a dot part, right? It has frostburn damage. Okay, like for lightning bolts, I guess it doesn't matter all that much, but it has frostburn damage. And if you have dot damage coming from multiple sources, it will stack. And for pets, every single wind devil counts as its own source. So you can basically stack the frostburn damage 3 times, whereas if you were using it yourself, you would only be able to use it, like stack it 1 time. And this works for like any devotion that has like dots, which is why something like Oleron's Rage, for example, is very... is it Oleron's Rage? No, not Oleron's Rage. Oleron's Rage is the soldier thingy. Oleron Devotion with Blind Fury, right? That's why like Blind Fury is very popular to put on Guardians of Empyrean, for example, as well, because you know, kind of like multiple Guardians, and then the internal trauma and the bleeding damage from Oleron is also gonna stack on them. Proccing Oleron's Rage, or like Blind Fury rather, as the player yourself is kind of mediocre, but like proccing it with pets is actually insane. Alright, anything useful here? +3 to Mugdron's Pact. Oh, okay, we're keeping that one. Maybe the chest. Okay, let's use that chest. Maybe Skinner's Family Seal. It has like flat damage and pierce and ally res, so... Sure. Let's use it instead of this one. Sell all the other garbage. Elemental to X, no, that will just give me less damage. Any good guns? Not really, right? At least until Ugdenborg Spark Throw, which is absolutely insane. But up until then... not so many nice choices. Let's get some HP and Vitreous here. I kind of want to use Soul Shards. Like, Soul Shards will give me 20% Vitality Resistances, as well as the ability to absorb energy from enemy spells, which would fix like some of my energy issues at least a little bit. Or at least against bosses, I think. On Guardians, yeah. Alright, in my room it's only 27 degrees actually, but it's hotter today. 27 with like 53% humidity. Not even that hot. Turn the heating on, yeah. I should probably. Remove shirt. Insulation in the room. I mean, there's some kind of insulation. I mean, not in the room, but like in the walls. Does the innate burn and guardian stack? Yes. That also stacks, actually. Wait, I'm going in fucking circles. How? How did I ever manage to do this? Jesus, I was reading chat and turning the camera and talking about the heat. This may sound really offensive depending on the person, but you give me 2 average German men with basic knowledge in English. They could become worth millions in the granite industry in like 5 years, not long for multi-millionaire strats. Wait, why German in specific? Wait, what does being German have to do with working in a quarry? Is there something I'm missing here? Get back to the quarry, silence. Monk. Sonne music by Rammstein? Maybe, yeah. I wanna put on some Rammstein now, holy schmoly. That would be so much fun. Would it fuck up the recording? I mean, it wouldn't fuck up YouTube. YouTube set up correctly. I might have to remove it for the recording. Yeah, it's gonna make like editing this video a little bit of a pain, but I mean, this is not gonna be that long anyway. So... Base average citizen from your country has a higher level of education than most people in this country. Probably. But it depends, honestly, as well a lot. I mean, it depends. There are some smart people in the US. It's just, I feel like the free education system in the US is maybe like worse than the one in Europe in general. I wouldn't even say the education system in Germany is like particularly good, like between European countries. It's okay, but it's not actually that great. Like there's a lot of like, at least for say like math, for example, I think like German education is okay at best. Ding. Okay, I need more energy and or more damage. Math, yeah, people just take math instead here, right? True. Math classes. Who doesn't know math classes? No, I mean, okay, like, let's be real. If you're going to like a somewhat decent public school in Germany, you will have like at least better than average education. Or like average education for a European country. And if you compare that to like average American education, I would say it's certainly better here. But I mean, there's like private schools and so on, so... To be fair, there's also private schools here in Germany, but I feel like private schools here in Germany have this vibe of the parents either want their kids to just be around other rich kids and not ever meet anybody that's somewhat like average. So it's either like absolute elitist garbage, or it's some people who think private schools are better, but they're actually not, and so they're just getting scammed by the private like fees. Or honestly, or the kid is like too stupid to make it in a normal school, so to get like their A levels easily, they're sent off to a private school to get it more easily, because in the private school, if the teacher doesn't give your kid good grades, right, your rich parents can just go like and complain about the teacher at the school principal, and then the teacher will get fired. So yeah. Like, I've met a girl once in Germany who went to such a school, and she basically said like she got made fun of a teacher once because she didn't know something. Then her dad went to the principal, and then after that, that teacher never even dared to, like, the teacher was basically afraid of her ever since then. Like, I don't know what kind of things happened there, and I think she doesn't even know either. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. I met a girl, now definitely possessed. What do you mean? What do you mean, brother? You can go outside sometimes and meet people,
Put it to good
like
use.
once a year.
Got something you need stashed? Safe with me. Promise.
Alright, let me craft scaled hide, right? So you wanna craft scaled hide to get what? To improve your armor absorption from 70 to 84. 84 is bigger than 70, so yeah, it's good. Education, meh, who needs that? Just ask ChatGPT. Yeah. T minus 14 days to have no time to meet girls. Wait, is it 14 days? Oh yeah, it's Thursday today, isn't it? In my mind it was Monday for some reason, but now it's Thursday already. Fuck. Meeting a unicorn is more likely. You guys.
Sir.
There's not even any unicorns in Cairn, man. You can't even meet unicorns in-game. Also hold the phone. There's a spirit guide here. We can respec some points. Hit spacebar. I did it.
I sense turmoil within you. Safe journey.
I press it again. So, I forgot about lost quests here. Diablo 3 is better, unicorns and teddy bears. Who needs education when even Queen 69 is using AI to develop a scuffed game, tokens are adding up? Dude, how expensive is his game though, like, to make?
Were you? Yeah, what I meant you more.
Or is he only using like free AI tokens? $3K? And that's like still less than like a monthly salary for like one developer so far, right? But I mean, I don't know what state his game is in right now. I didn't dare to watch much of his stream lately, to be fair. Yeah, neither at the time nor the interest. Scuffed would be optimistic. What kind of game is he even doing? Isn't it like some kind of... like basically Vampire Survivors or something like that? I think I did see like one of his streams like lately, like for 5 minutes. I was like, okay, what the fuck is this garbage? And then like, just close the stream again. It's a Vampire Survivors. And Vampire Survivors was made by one developer only, so... he shouldn't try to outscale one developer's salary all too much. Quinn is just a moron. Kind of, yeah. I mean, most people I feel like just hate watch him. Because it is funny, in a way. But... I mean, he can be entertaining in his own way, sure. And sometimes even like in a genuine way. In short amounts, yeah. This guy is stuck or what? Okay, you live another day then. You are yet to live another day. Time to die to this boss instead. Time to die like Quint 69. I was joking. Wait, he didn't take any damage yet? What the fuck? Okay, I need to like upgrade my weapon again, right? Like my weapon is like way too fucking bad or not. I mean, sure, the halberd would be nice, but... Dude. I mean, okay, like coming from Grenado and Blackwater Cocktail, even Promise Strike feels like absolute ass. Cocktail Grenado is just so good. It is so good. Honestly, maybe it's time to play Savagery instead of this. Maybe I should like try Savagery at some point. Make another new run and then play Savagery instead. Okay, let me try maybe getting a new weapon here. From like a vendor or something.
Well, look.
Talk to Grenado are like 2 skills. I mean, that's true.
Well, look.
But I mean, this early on, isn't the cocktail alone like really like pretty nice? To be fair, I haven't tried like going to Forgotten Gods and like doing Forgotten Gods stuff that early with like cocktails, so maybe it's a little bit unfair
I'll give you a good price.
to compare the two as they are.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Maybe Thunderous Strike got like another nerf, yeah, probably that's what happened. Dude, all the weapons I find here are even worse. How is this?
See you around.
Gotta find a halberd, I guess. I mean, to be fair, like cocktail, like before, like Zarthuzalan's archive, or like before some other items is also like not like that great. I might want to put some cunning actually, because I need to like wear a gun later on, and also like some FoA would be nice to have. It's also gonna scale my absolutely insane bleeding damage from Primal Strike, which, I mean, yeah. Nobody like really plays it for bleeding damage, but it exists. No watchers, what is this? Or like no watchers with the right weapon rather. Isn't there actually pretty good base bleed on Primal Strike? I think I also like buffed it quite a bit in the past, like recently rather. So it might be somewhat decent now, yeah. I mean, with Berserker second could be good. Like maybe like a wolf build with like Promise Strike and cooldown. This track's also so nice. Why does Kabbalah's Necromancer have more parts than any other build? Because for some reason I felt like doing everything on that build. Honestly, I think the main reason back then was because I wanted to specifically try that one weapon the chaos weapon, right? And that specific weapon only kind of like works when you're really like... Well, it kind of only works properly if you're dual classing anyway, right? So all the other VODs were like single class, like single mastery runs, whereas that one was like for dual classes. An actual combination. And this was like one of the reasons why I wanted to like push it further. Because you could push it further easily. Without like the others you could also push further, obviously easier, but you would have to choose a second class at that point, and I kind of, for most of them I didn't want to do that. At least not yet, I'll probably do it eventually. And the other reason is also that like that build literally needs 0 items from Fangs of Astakarn. Like literally 0, it can just use the ones that you have. Or like, well, okay, the actual weapon is obviously from Fangs of Astakarn, but it's not from the Fangs of Astakarn areas, so I could just play the patch that I'm allowed to play and stream on, like live on stream, without like showing any actual Astakarn areas, right? Without having to like go to any actual Astakarn areas to like farm some items there instead. That's like, I think the reasons. Zenta's doing another interview on the 19th. Is he now? With Aaron and Frosty. Alright, man. That's nice.
Hey!
Wait, what day is 19th? 19th is a Sunday next week. Like 4 days before release. That's nice. Yeah, I think I'll definitely try to watch it live. I think their podcasts are usually like 90 minutes-ish. The company is pretty small, yeah. And they, I mean, okay, the company is a total of 30 people, and they work on like 4 different games at the same time. So not everybody of those 30 people is doing stuff for Grim Dawn right now, obviously. Like some people are working on Grim Dawn, some people are working on Farthest Frontier, some people are working on the like upgrading the engine for Grim Dawn 2 / their RTS game. Some people are starting to design the RTS game. What did he say? It's gonna be maybe the name? Warlords of Cairn or something like that? None of them are fixing Pulsing Shard, yeah. I mean, most of them are just like... They want to get this expansion done and then... They want to be done with Grim Dawn, but then again, they also want to release 2 more... not expansion, was like 2 more dungeons post-release, right? So they're actually not done yet. It's weird to see none of the popular gaming YouTubers mention Fangs of Astakarn. What do you mean? I'm mentioning it. Dota Crate Stars, yeah. Hell Clock Time. Hell Clock Time. Oh yeah, Hell Clock is getting an expansion, right? People like Angry Joe, Skill Up and so on. I've literally never heard of those people ever. I don't know who they are. Maybe I'm out of touch or something, or I don't know people, but I've literally like never heard of those people. It's all today. Привет. Nova sezon завтра, ура. Ja. Nah, okay, I mean, let's be real and realistic, guys. So, like, Season 8 is gonna come out maybe like a month after Forgotten Goats, right? I mean, Pangs of Astrakan, rather. Let's be real here. You got some things to figure out. That was actually good. Спасибо. The fucking shotgun from the scrap, dude. Monk ass. Dude, he is not even like half HP yet. How? With Primal Strike, more like Prime Ass Strike, yeah. How is it so bad? Okay guys, just play Storm Totem instead, I think. Like, what is this? To be fair, I didn't play Storm Totem on new patch, I didn't play Storm Totem on Veteran, I played like Storm Totem on like pre-boss HP buff patch and like everything else patch, right? Oh my god. Korwak fucks you. I mean, Korwak is gonna fuck this build for sure right now. Holy shit, we are not ready for Korwak. Okay, the shotgun. Chill. Hey, we did it. Oh wait, stage 2. What the fuck? What is this absolute Kun 69 build right now? Classic YouTube build, yeah. Okay guys, I wanna see you play Veteran in patch 1.3 / Fangs of Astrakan when it's out. And I'll be the one laughing about it. I mean, okay, you can just like play Grenado and like just one-shot all the bosses, but that's cheating basically, right? I think you're doing very well. Hey, that means a lot coming from you, Magifer, the person known to have the best DPS in all of Grimdawn Community League every time. It means a lot coming from you. Can't wait to do it, just Crate isn't letting you. Alright, so we got a new weapon, and it's dog shit, cool. It's amazing. No Texies Baxies. That is amazing. Okay, why do we have no damage? Because we flippin' sidetracked picking Kraken, right? Just did a Veteran Ages start. Ask you how it went. How did it go? Frosty.
Farewell.
Frosty, but not Frosty Ruru.
Your mind of regrets. Safe journey.
Okay. So, we could get an early Kraken like this, right? Attack speed. Or movement speed and damage. Let's do it like this.
Greetings.
I'll find a tome, maybe. We all know how it went. Release the Kraken, yes. Jackal, be gone. Kraken is now the best friend. And also a vendor, a kingdom for a vendor. What are these garbage items, dude? What the fuck? Okay. Harmonious of attack. Never mind. Promise strike, hope you do it with 200 range one day. I mean, isn't that what you always do with the spark thrower? It's just pre-spark thrower that, like, you need to find... If you're lucky and you find a good range weapon, sure, do it. But if you don't find a good ranged weapon... Force wave for beginner? I would say... I mean, for like the first couple of acts, sure, you can play Force Wave, yeah. But then you should probably switch over to... like either something like a Blitz Warlord or... honestly just like a Savagery Warder. Or like Cadence Warder with Waldorux Crusher. Can I eliminate the cooldown Blitz? Not quite, but you can definitely reduce it. There's items that have reduction to Blitz. Cooldown reduction to Blitz. Yo, Jim Hopper, welcome, welcome. He did Elite start recently, it was a relief to die, never doing it ever again. Yeah, I mean, some people enjoy it, even doing like Ultimate level 1. There's some people in chat who like specialize in that kind of content, they even stream it. Or like they used to stream it. But it's an acquired taste for sure. If it's fun for you, go ahead. There's nothing stopping you. Is it fun for me? Maybe it's a one-time challenge, okay, but I can't see myself doing it more than like once maybe. Gore Stack, SSF, Ultimate Single Class Challenge, yeah. I mean, trying it once is okay. I mean, I tried it once as well, I think. It was fun to do it once, but doing it like all the fucking time, no thanks. Not for me. Makes you realize Krieg can be a boss. Honestly, new veteran post HP buff Krieg is also not that bad. If you play a non-crazy Act 1 skill, or like non-crazy bossing skill, it's really not that bad. Like, he's really not that easy anymore. Do we know if Prince of Astakarn will increase the required system specs? It will not. I think it's pretty much gonna run on the same potatoes as ever before. It will increase hard drive space, yes. You will need a couple more gigabytes on your hard drive to install the expansion, but otherwise, not so much. Any recommendations for a class combination for a beginner? Pretty much choose your poison here out of all these links, honestly. Like, all of these builds should be fine. Shuffle more coal into your PC. Feed your hamster some extra rations. Yep. Classless is also a choice and rather potent poison. Yeah, I mean, I would also do it for the one metal challenge. I should try it once more. But yeah, it certainly is a challenge. You kind of also want to do only once. And hopefully succeed and then never do it ever again. Okay, so we're getting Elite Watchers here, but still no Lightning Spear, right? He has the Fire Spear maybe, but no Lightning Spear. He's even called Thundering. How does a Thundering hero not have the Lightning Spear? Like, what is the scam, dude? Huh? Petition to make all, like, Thundering enemies drop their Lightning items. Or just get Wildcatter's Decapitator. There's a couple blue items you can get for Primal Strike that are honestly kind of good. There's Falcon's Claw for level 19. There's Wildcatter's Decapitator. And then of course there's the green halberd. But since we got the Wildcatters, I mean, we could just play that for a bit. Once we find a short window here to port back and retrieve our Cold Stone from my current commander. Keep add-on, there we go. Add add-on to this add-on, and then add-on the add-on to the add-on. And now we have added on the add-on to the add-on of the weapon with the add-on that had the add-on before. So now we have it added on. The add-on has been added on. Hi. No blue halberd, really? Okay, we're getting +4 Primal Strike from this weapon, which means not only do we get more damage, but also we get a lot of damage to our energy bar now, because it needs a fuck ton of energy. Holy schmoly. Out of energy instantly. Okay, I do got soul shards now though. Let's use them. On my OG character as a warrior, I didn't spec into the soldier class until you beat Act 1, only because I got tired of getting shafted by bandits. Ah, you don't have to. You can play like single class until like level 40 easily. I think after level 40, not going dual class is definitely gonna like make your build worse, but up until like level 40ish you can definitely like play single mastery, no problem. No problemos. Energy problems, what is those season 4? Oh yeah, don't you like sitting and like ghouls spawned by ghouls that absolutely annihilate your energy? That was fun. I should like buff them again, honestly. They're too weak now. It's a favorite class combination with Berserker so far.
Good, you're back.
Ooh.
Excited to hop back into camp.
Too bad. Thanks so much for the 6 months. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Appreciate the Prime. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, Karen is calling, man. Karen is calling. Also, the Scorpion has a lot of lightning rest, doesn't he? And I have capped poisonous. Why am I taking so much damage? Oh shit. Okay, I got sounded. Fair enough. What? What? What is this damage? Also, what was this music change? Wait, are the Wind Devils that he has new? Did he always have these like Wind Devils? They always hurt so much. I'm confused. Surely the King of Sands now. Brother! I even have to drink my own piss here, right? I have to drink my constitution. What the fuck? Okay, so like, favorite Berserker combination. Honestly, I haven't even tried all of them yet. I haven't tried the Veilkeeper, which I think is actually pretty nuts. Like Necro Berserker for like cold damage would be actually really, really nice. There's some really cool weapons for that one as well. I mean, okay, it's not like as obviously nuts as like Nightblade or Shaman or I guess Occultist as well for Chaos. But Necro should be still really, really cool for like for cold damage. Like really nice. Also, but like, okay, the most favorite build I've played so far, like at least for leveling, must have been the Fire Guardians, Firewolf, Fire Guardians hybrid build. Where you convert your Guardians to wolves as well, and then you are a wolf, and then, I mean, that's a Zealot, so that is Oathkeeper Berserker. That's pretty darn cool. I mean, you can't argue with that. I tried an Invoker, I tried a Raven Evoker, and I tried a Raven Runekeeper. I kinda like the Lightning conversion Raven with Inquisitor, because it does give you like global, cold, and pierce conversion to Lightning, which means, as long as you're a Raven, also your Rune of Hagrad is fully converted to Lightning. Which, okay, like, isn't maybe like the strongest build ever, but it's pretty darn cool. I really like that. What else is there? There's also Demolitionist, which I honestly also not tried yet. And I feel like I wanted to keep the last for the actual release. So, like, I've tried all of the combinations except for, I mean, some of them more, some of them less. But I have not tried at all the Necromancer combination, and I've not tried the Demolitionist combination. And I have a feeling like Chaos, Berserker, Demolitionist with throwing grenades, or maybe even fire, should be pretty darn great, in my opinion. There's some really cool items as well for that class combination, to be fair. So ultimately, I mean, every class combination is going to be playable with Berserker, I think. Some are worse, some are better by default, and to those that are a little bit worse by default, some of them at least get elevated by items, like big time. Some others maybe not quite as much. I feel like Evoker, so like Arcanist, Raven. Like Arcanist in general, I feel like right now is not... Okay, like it has good skills like Mirror and Mavens, and it is really good for like endgame hardcore. But damage-wise, Arcanist is just nothing special nowadays, in my opinion. That said, you can play a Raven Panetti build. That should be cool. You can be the Raven and throw around Panetti projectiles. Only needs like 5 billion skill points probably, but yeah. Proper chaos support before endgame. Yes and no. I mean, there's more than before, but compared to some other damage types, I feel like Aether Chaos is still not that well supported for leveling. I guess it kind of makes sense. They're supposed to be like the maybe harder to obtain powers for a player character, like lore-wise as well. Gonna spawn all the Watchers here, but I think these Watchers, yeah, they have the wrong halberd anyway. Like, they are not gonna spawn with the lightning halberd anyway, which is unfortunate. Okay, so I ran like half the act, literally half the entire act, and I didn't get a single helmet that I want. And the problem is now, like, the second half of this act, except for like one area, doesn't even have the guardians that drop the helmet, right? Like, most of the guardians from now on will either drop the vitality one or the acid one, no longer the lightning one. Gotta validate my streamer client files, exactly. For sure, for sure. At what point do I take off the low car set at level 94? PoE ground loot experience? Yeah. Pretty much. Okay, let me just get the next portal real quick. Oh wait, there's a chest over here. It's surely gonna drop like the best Primal Strike weapon ever. Close enough. It's so scorching, it can't be that good. You would imagine me being good at a game called Satisfactory. I played some Satisfactory, yeah. I liked it. It was very satisfying. I didn't no-life it as much as I no-lifed Factorio though. That was like pre-release Factorio though. Played a shit ton of Factorio like back in, when was it, 2017 maybe? 2016, 17? And then I played a little bit of Satisfactory when it came out together with Ground Zero actually on stream even. Or also off stream. And yeah, it was also nice. But for some reason at that point I felt like I just won't have that much time anymore to invest as much time into a game like that anymore as I did in the past. But yeah, like 20-year-old me or 20 up to like 25-year-old me would invest like 800 hours into some random ass game, no problem. But nowadays I don't have the time. I just can't.
I'll give you a good
I just
price.
can't.
Go left.
These shoulders are resonating with me pretty well. Sure, I would lose +3 to McDrogan's Pact, but otherwise they're pretty good. Gotta be this one. It has attack speed 9% even, and like Pierce Fire Rest. I mean, Pierce Rest is good, the other one is whatever. But lose Bleed and Poison Rest though. Okay, maybe not. I spent as much time in Grandon as you would spend becoming a nuclear engineer.
Greetings. Thank you.
Come see what's left of my wares. See you
Hey.
around.
It is what it is, man.
Tinkering is my specialty.
I could have also done a PhD maybe in biochemistry and actually have already like a well-paying job for longer than like half a year. Life is life. 4 to 5 years to rack up your grim downtime. The 1.2 patch was pretty good, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna give up the Halberd for now, I think. I play a little bit of Act 2. I mean, we got at least the Wild Course Decapitator. And to be fair, at least for this act, my damage is gonna be great, right? PhDs don't pay shit. I mean, but like, once you have a PhD in like biochem, right? Or at least a master's degree, you actually can earn like a decent amount. To be fair, I mean, back when I started studying biochem, it was kind of good salary. Nowadays, biochem is also in a little bit of a, like compared to like 10 or 20 years ago, like 10 years ago at least, it's kind of struggling, the field as well. Like, people don't care about like proper progress anymore, I feel like. They just care about guns or drones or AI. Oh well. Might as well at least be a programmer who at the very least knows how to use AI properly. At the best also understands how it works. Can become a disadvantage when you don't plan on staying in academia. I mean, how can it be a disadvantage compared to not having any degree at all? But yeah, you're right, like many of the well-paying like industry jobs, at least in Germany, have. I mean, there were like lots of them in the past. Nowadays, there's still some, but not that many. They're all in China or India now, I feel like. Or they just don't exist at all anymore because people just like... Well, like companies at least stop doing research for some reason. We've done some antimatter bombing instead, yeah. Okay, there's also flat lighting damage here, of course, which I need to still max out. I mean, for this act, the damage is fine, right? We're fine. It's just Forgotten Goats is definitely quite more challenging than Act 2. I say that as I don't have enough OA to have a 100% hit chance against the bee even. Or the wasp, rather. What the fuck? Student loans. Okay, fair. Yeah, we don't do that shit here. I mean, okay, there is student loans as well in Germany, but they're like not comparable to American ones. Like they're like what, like maybe 10k at max? It's still money, but... So I could grab Widow right away by grabbing Spider instead of this green stuff here. Yeah. Your fiancé uncle supplies all the memorial tombstones in Arlington Cemetery for the government as a contractor. I mean, depending on like what country you're in and how much war your country is responsible for, I guess that can be a really well-paying job, yeah. Maven's Hood. So usually I don't play this, but my current helmet is not really that great either. Sure, it's Aetherus, which is decent. But honestly, energy regen and okay, the CDR is whatever, but the energy regen is kind of nice for now from the Maven's Hood. How do I still have this shit metal? Like, how's this metal still so bad? I could also like just play this helmet instead. Sure, it's not lightning damage, but it's like 5 billion resistances instead, right? Or what about this one? No good FXs. Unlucky on that one, a little bit. Okay, let me go back and talk to the NPCs and... get those components back. Get a little bit of everything there, some cunning, some physique, some spirit. Because honestly, people keep saying the Demolitionist needs all stats, and that's why it's bad. It's not bad, and it doesn't need all stats, really. I feel like Price, like, Shaman actually needs kind of all stats in a way. Like, it needs physique to wear two-handers, it needs, like, cunning to wear, like, two-handed guns. It needs some spirit for, like, energy, because it is kind of, like, struggling with energy sometimes, and needs some elemental damage, and... yeah. Like, Shaman Promise Striker is actually not that bad to, like, get a little bit of everything here. Also, you want Cunning to get away, because you have, like, no way on those class. Okay, here's another item we could play. We could also play the Troll Bone Crusher and play Physical Savagery instead, but another 20% chance to use to Feral Hunger. Honestly, this is a pretty good weapon now. I mean, it was in the past, but now it's even better. It's pretty solid. It's not better for Private Strike, but we could play Savagery instead. Maybe we should try that next, like next build. What about Spectral Warmaul? Spectral Warmaul is great as well, if you are like locked into a Ritualist. Alright, time to kill myself. In-game. In-game in the pit. Rest in peace, me. Yeah, let's just play this for now. Oh, much better. Okay, I still need the bleed res and the movement speed even if I have like capped LE res already.
Tinkering is my
Capped LE res. Family has deep ties into the military-industrial complex. I mean, that can be a good and a bad thing. Zap, zap. Should I start playing Grim Dawn? I'm a huge PoE2 fan. I mean, if you like ARPGs in general, you should definitely give Grim Dawn a go. Grim Dawn is, in my opinion, I mean, my personal, very biased opinion, it's like the best RPG ever. But I would dare to say Grim Dawn, even like, you know, from a more objective standpoint, if I try to give a more objective standpoint, it's like a top 5, maybe even like top 3 RPG. I mean, what other RPGs are there? PoE 1 and 2 and Last Epoch and Diablo 4, I guess? I don't know. Titan Quest 2. Champions of Norath. Yep. Diablo 2 Resurrected. Dragonkin. I mean, honestly, Dragonkin wasn't complete garbage. But it really felt like another, like, Diablo 3.5. It felt like another Wolcen to me in a way. Just, it's like Wolcen with dragons. So, in my opinion, like, Grim Dawn is better than all of those games. Like, the only game that's where it's like maybe not better is arguably PoE 1 and 2, but that's also like subjective. To be fair, Grim Dawn is like as good as I present it to be for the single player solo cell phone experience. For anything multiplayer or trading, which doesn't really exist in this game, it's kind of scuffed. Yeah, Last Epoch feels a little floaty. I think Last Epoch still like feels better than Dragonkin though. But you're right, Dragonkin also feels very floaty. I wanted to finish that game at some point, right? I still didn't find the time, and yeah, who knows. I feel like I'll play Dragonkin maybe like whenever they have another big update or something like that, but before that I probably never played ever again. And it was a fun thing to play for like a couple of days, but I don't know. Beyond that, it's, I don't know. There is a community league that adds, well, not really like multiplayer, proper multiplayer support, but it does add like some like proper trading at least. Like a website and so on, yeah, like PoE did in the past as well, I think. You tried it in the demo, didn't like it. Dragonkin or which game? Is there a site to check builds for endgame? There's the official forums, which is like the best spot I would dare to say generally. There's a couple of people who always work together to produce a like endgame focused top 20. I also presented some of those, or maybe even all of them almost, on my channel as well. There's also builds on Groom Tools, that's true. Which like auto detects, I think, most of the builds from the forums.
Isn't
Isn't it obvious? Yeah, the top 20 is like heavily Shattered
Good,
Realm
you're
focused
back.
though, that's true. Dude, you missed like the first half of this DGen stream and now you're coming with the erect, with the erections. Thank you so much for the erection. I mean, for the 23 billion years, 23 billion months. Thanks so much, Fishing Hat. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, Dragonkin is just Wilson with dragons, let's be real. With a lot of dragons, and like some of the areas were like cool, some of them were like really questionable, like almost shitty visually as well. Kind of weird game, I don't know. Titan Quest 2, for example, looks just way better and it has like a proper style to follow. Dragonkin in a way also like reminded me of like a scuffed Lost Ark actually. Like sure, it's not an MMO, it is an actual RPG, but the way certain things like felt were kind of scuffed like in Lost Ark, except like even more scuffed than in Lost Ark. Did I try no Rest for the Wicked? I have not yet, no. No Rest for the Wicked feels like a game I would have loved to play when I was like 12, honestly. Because I loved jump and run games, like platformers as a kid. And No Rest for the Wicked feels like a crossover between like an RPG and a platformer in a way. And maybe like a little Souls-like as well. I might still try it at some point if I find the time, honestly.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Furry ARPG? Furry ARPG. What? Grim Dawn main until Grim Dawn 2 is out. Maybe just Grim Dawn 1 main forever, because Grim Dawn 2 is maybe gonna be a shit show, right? Who knows? I mean, you never know. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be a shit show, hopefully not. I hope they're gonna make a great game. But you never know nowadays. You never know. I trust Crate though to not produce a shit show. Like, Crate should be trustworthy. Aether, Poison, Chaos. Okay, I mean, this is good. Good item, good item. Fairy instead of furry.
Bring me back something interesting.
What? Oh, it's my accent. My non-American accent.
Damn, now they're...
Yeah, just keep Grim Dawn 1 alive with like seasons and stuff. I mean, look at like how much people still play like Project Diablo 2, right? So honestly, even though Grim Dawn is like 10 years old now and the engine is like 20 years old, at least underlying, I mean it did get some updates, but still like underlying like 20 years old. I mean, as long as there's enough players playing and as long as like the seasons are still fun and cool, maybe we could like try to become the next like PD2 developers in a way, as in we can keep the game alive forever. And there's people playing PD2 over flippin' D2R, even though PD2 has like still the old shitty graphics, right? Just because it feels like better or differently better for some reason. Since 2000, always D2. Playing D2 for 25 years already now. I mean, Grim Dawn is only 15 years old, so there's another 15 years to go, I guess. I mean, this decade, right? This decade is still gonna be the decade of Grim Dawn. Until maybe next decade Grim Dawn 2 comes out and takes over. Yeah, Grim Dawn base game came out in 2016. I think the first, like, Kickstarter version came out in, like, what, 2014 or 15? $2010, maybe what? Kickstarter campaign spring 2012. Okay. That's not 2010, but it's still... I think I was flipping 19 back then. What? Monka. Why are you shouting like that to me? At me? I can't English anymore. It's already like 1 AM. Fuck me, I need to go sleep. Kickstarter video, they started on in 2010, huh? Oh yeah, I think they were like gathering support for their Kickstarter like starting in 2010. But I think the actual Kickstarter release was in 2012. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean... 15 years ago, basically. So, okay, 15 years ago, and also like 5 years before, like between like Kickstarter and actual release, or maybe 4, if you count the first alpha. Xanta said Grim Dawn 2 is gonna enter pre-production this year. Pre-production 2026, add another like at least 5 years on top of that, so like 2031, yeah. So I think the earliest we can expect Grim Dawn 2 to happen, I guess. Grim Dawn 2 tomorrow, basically, yeah, exactly. Always tomorrow. Oh shit, no, I need the attack speed, where is it? There it is. Attack speed first on the spooler. By the time they made the Kickstarter, they already had a good chunk of the game done. Early Grim Dawn videos already had Necropolis. That sounds more like they had maybe like one map of the Necropolis ready. I mean, when the game released to Kickstarter, Warden Krieg was the final boss, right? So like literally only Act 1. So Done was only Act 1. Sure, the other acts were already planned and maybe they had like, you know, certain concepts of like maps in which they could like produce some videos. That's fair. But like actually done? Far from Prode. Is the game punishing if you have a bad build? If you're playing on normal difficulty, no. If you're playing anything else beyond normal, yes. But I mean, if you're trying your best to make whatever terrible idea of yours work, you should usually have at least somewhat decent results. I mean, the difference between like decent and great results are gonna be if it's a terrible build idea, probably pretty big. But I mean, you can definitely like go with your own build in Grim Dawn, because respecing is, apart from masteries, you can literally respec everything and it's pretty cheap. So yeah, don't feel afraid to experiment. Just do whatever you want to do first, and if it doesn't work, you can still always like switch over to something that actually works. Just do it. Yeah. Word of Pain build. Word of Pain is great AoE, sure. Do you remember when Crep was playing Grim Dawn? Holy moly. There's some actual OGs here in chat. Was Internal Trauma Warlord nerfed since 1.9.8? Since 1.9.8, I think the answer is yes. I mean, it's still good, but worse than it was in the past, yeah. Hey, don't worry, like, people in this chat, including myself, are gonna like throw around abbreviations about the game like they've been playing the game for thousands of hours, which in most cases is probably true. So don't feel bad about not understanding everything and like asking about abbreviations. That's perfectly understandable. I would do the same in like another game as well, or like in any other like field in real life as well. Like sometimes people, like sometimes even like German people use some like real life abbreviations that are supposedly common, and like, what? I've never heard about this. Like, what the fuck do you mean even? And it's maybe because I'm sometimes a little bit out of the loop with like German IRL like memes and abbreviations, because I hang out on the English speaking internet way more than on the German speaking internet. I've also been on the 1.9.8 legacy version, which wouldn't work with Fangs, of course. Alright, okay. Yeah, like the one before Sunder and before Evade and so on. To be fair, yeah, that was a very different Grim Dawn. And I'm not sure if it was the better or the worse Grim Dawn. But I gotta say at this point that I got so used to like all the new features, like I probably wouldn't even be able to play old Grim Dawn anymore. Like pre 1.2 Grim Dawn at least. Or honestly, like not even like pre Fangs of Astakarn Grim Dawn, also having played this playtest for so long as well. I know some people like don't like certain mechanics, but I generally enjoy them. Shaman attributes, you kind of want all of them a little bit, to be fair. If you're playing a 2-handed melee weapon, you want to get some physique to wield 2-handed melee weapons. If you're using a 2-handed gun, you want like some cunning for the gun. And then you also always want a little bit of spirit for like some energy regen maybe, and or also some, you know, percent magic damage if you're playing like a lightning shaman. It depends like what kind of shaman you're playing though. And also if you're not playing a gun Prime Strike shaman, then you obviously will never need any cunning really on this class. Unless you're also playing something like a maybe Tears, Bleed, Nightblade or Berserker plus shaman hybrid build that it's gonna go for like big cunning stacking later on. So more so on like what to do for this one class, it depends a lot more on like the specific build. Oh my god, it's calling to me. Decaying, Spectral War Maul of Decay, 20% extra chance for upheaval and 50% more weapon damage. As well as Cold to Wit conversion to Ill Omen with Vitality Resistance reduction to Ill Omen. Kinda don't like that because you don't really want to like press another button, what the heck. And Spectral Binding Lightning to Vitality conversion. And Wit damage, I mean attack speed and max attack speed even as well, what the fuck. Max attack speed on a two-hander when you don't really have any attack speed on the two-hander itself is a little optimistic. Also considering, okay, Shaman does get attack speed in Savagery at least, but Necromancer has 0 attack speed as well. A little bit optimistic. Yeah, like, I mean, okay, hang on. You need DR, right? You need damage reduction, so I guess Ill Omen is the right skill here. Weapon swap Lightning Shaman, let's go. Honestly, 200 Promise Strike Shaman is one of the few builds where weapon swapping kind of feels okay to do. Because sure, you can like adjust your skills and so on with weapon swapping, but you can't actually adjust your skill points, and you also cannot adjust, more importantly, your devotion points when weapon swapping, right? You know, that would have been like one thing that Crate could have done. They could have, since they didn't bother touching devotions at all, they could have added a system where devotions switch depending on like what weapon you're wearing, similar to in PoE, right? In PoE 2 at least. I could have done that, but also ultimately, would it really be that effective? Like, people would probably not use it that much anyway, so maybe it's just a waste of development time. These Gargantuans hurt a fuck ton, by the way. They can drop a monster frequent now with Wings of Astakarn though, and there would be a chest armor, which at this point would be kinda nice, because my current chest armor is really bad. Okay, Kyrian, you need to have decent vitality resistances against this guy. I got 60%, which apparently seems to be somewhat good enough, not enough to tank the pool here really though. But for everything else it's fine. Alright, alright, alright. We're back to Promise Strike feeling somewhat acceptable at least. What damage type is purple? Usually it's vitality damage, sometimes chaos, but usually it's vitality. There is unfortunately like some visual overlap between vitality and chaos.
Good, you're
and
back.
Also bleed to a certain amount. Cypher, thanks so much for the sub. Welcome back, welcome back. Appreciate the prime. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Isn't Elemental purple? Elemental is more pinkish than dark purple, or like... Okay, maybe violet is the color for vitality damage, and pink is more for elemental, and the purple in between those two, I don't know. It could be either or. Yeah, honestly, like Grim Dawn could have done like a little bit better color coding with their damage types. I mean, they might have also like 1 or 2 damage types too many. I mean, many of them are nicely color coded, like Aether is teal, Acid is like, you know, more like grass green, like a ochre green. Lightning is more like blue, Cold is more white, Fire is orange, Pierce is just silver. I mean, blue is like cold, I mean, light blue. Pierce is more like either gray, silver, or like very faint, like gray purple-ish. Bleed is obviously like, well, usually there's only like bleeding pools in the ground that are like bleeding red with like blood drops and so on. You don't need rainbow anymore? Now you do. But like if you want the color coding on the items, you do need it. But I was like talking about like color coding on enemy abilities. Or like your own abilities. Like if an enemy is doing some ability that like has some orange fiery effect, it's obviously gonna be fire damage, right? If it has some like green, yellow, poisony color, then it's gonna be poison damage. If it has like some teal color, like a bit more bluish green, then it's gonna be aether damage. And so on and so on. There's no new devotions now. But then you got like chaos and vitality. And I feel like it's sometimes one way and sometimes the other way. Like sometimes vitality is more strong, dark red, and chaos is more purpley. But sometimes chaos is more like strong, dark red, and vitality is more like purpley. Like they couldn't make up their mind with those two damage types properly. And physical is yellow usually in this game, right? Just yellow. So the main problem is only like really bleed, vitality, and chaos maybe. Everything else is honestly fine. And then, okay, and on top of that, right? It's actually one more thing. On top of chaos, bleed, and vitality being kind of like red. Okay, like this, bleed is always like red, but like these two potentially being like a bit more like purpley or like violet. Elemental damage, so like whenever there's fire, lightning, and cold damage all together in one skill, can very often be like pink, purple color as well. And then it gets really messy. Sometimes you don't know, is it like vitality damage or chaos damage or elemental damage? Like what the fuck is it now? You don't know until you know. It's vitality damage in this game. Why is vitality damage in this game not similar to bleed? I don't know. Sapping your vitality is something else than... making somebody bleed, I guess. I don't know, I guess vitality is more like a... kind of like sucking the soul out of the enemy kind of damage type. Whereas bleed is more like I cut open the enemy with a sword so that it actually just bleeds from a wound. I think that's like the thematic like distinction there. And yeah, vitality skills are usually like very closely related to leech, whereas bleed cannot leech at all. What does it do compared to bleed? I mean, mainly it leeches. So it's very leech focused compared to bleed. Vitality seems to be a positive thing. But if something is doing damage to your vitality, it is a negative thing, right? Like, it's not the vitality dealing damage, it is some random magic damage that deals damage to your vitality. I guess that's what it's supposed to mean. Some like vampire magic, basically, more or less. I don't know. Vitality damage is basically vampire magic, if you think about it properly, right? Smoking does vitality damage, that's true. True and real. Venom Fang of Alacrity. I was kind of lucky there that the one hit he didn't melee on me, and he did almost hit me with that, right? But he missed, okay. But also if he hit me, it would have been like a Venom Fang prefix, so it wouldn't do that much like physical damage. Speaking of this item, it also has 20% chance to be used to upheaval now. Like, what the fuck, dude? These like physical Shaman two-handers are actually kind of crazy. Like, maybe upheaval leveling is the way to go now. Or, well, like Feral Hunger or upheaval. Rip upheaval, rip old upheaval, yeah. I mean, upheaval in general is gonna be probably better than before, but yeah, it's more streamlined, which kind of makes it a little bit more boring. Okay, we did it. We got to the end of Act 2, and it's 1 AM. I have to definitely go sleep now. So, thank you so much, guys, for watching, as I clean up the remaining quests here real quick. I'll be back on the weekend probably, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you can probably expect the next episode to be out the day after.
Come, friend, right to business. I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
One last look at the items from the shop, or rather from the items that I found. Crownless Ring is also gonna be kind of good because it has attack speed and like lots of resistances. Ooh, a two-handed lightning crossbow. Surely it's not garbage. The spark thrower that you get in the Ugnenborg is absolutely insane, right? Absolutely insane. But before that, like Primal Strike guns, unless you're really lucky and you get like certain affixes, they're not gonna be it, man. They're not gonna be it. Okay, so like all of these new Shaman, like items for Shaman, got some pretty nice upgrades now. And I kinda wanna play like all of them at some point as well, because they all look really juicy now. The Spectral War Maul for like a Vitality Necromancer with Shaman. The Troll Bone Crusher for like a Berserker Shaman, for example. And Voldrux Crusher either for Soldier Shaman, or honestly, you could also just play Savagery with us. But it's probably a little bit worse for Savagery than Troll Bone Crusher, right? So it is great. It's not that it would be great. It is absolutely great for a Warrior. I mean, I've played a bit like that before with the same item, and now it has even the upheaval bonus on top of that. So it's, yeah, even crazier now. Honestly, yeah, it's a good build, great build.
Put it to good use.
But all that Force Wave is casting speed, not attack speed. Yeah, that is kind of weird, but it is just how it is. I don't know why it is like that, but it is like that. Do you need to log into 7TTV in order to chat? I mean, you don't have to, but some people are using some emotes. Is the Chaos build of Necro the way to go? Which one? You mean the pet build? I mean, you can't play that exact build right now. I mean, you can play it for endgame, for leveling. Right now, you could play a Fire Dagger instead of the Chaos Dagger. But once Fangs of Vaxkarn is out, sure, you can play like Fire Skellies. They are pretty nice. They are pretty good. But so is Primal Strike, I think, still, even like after... I just have to like get past the first like initial struggles in Veteran here. And Veteran early is always like a bit of a struggle, and I have 0 Monster Infrequent right now, so there's no like special Primal Strike weapon or any item here really that boosts my Primal Strike a lot. Except for maybe Wildcat's Decapitator. I think this is debatable. This is a somewhat decent Primal Strike 2-hander. But like getting the Halberd from Forgotten Gods would be better. And there's some other items as well that we're gonna check out next time.